Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow. I'm sorry my video is going to be a bit late today. It is my Wednesday video, but I totally thought it was Tuesday. With what's going on right now, I don't know whether it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Sunday, but apparently it's Wednesday, so it's video day. Now, because I haven't had a lot of time to prepare, what I did was I looked through my box where I have all my templates and I took this one out. And I've made this little card a few times, but I don't think I've ever videoed it. And it's a card where each of these little pieces that you see here is either a piece of card that you've embossed or a piece of DSP. And you can mix and match. You can have all DSP or you can have all embossed. But I'm going to make mine with DSP. And you might remember that on Sunday I made this card. I'd only just bought this set from the clearance rack, the Everything's Rosy set. And it's a really pretty set. And so I thought, because I'd been using this paper this week, I would do my Wednesday card with it as well. And I've started to cut out lots of that paper for some thank you cards that I'm making. And what I've ended up with is lots of sort of odd shaped pieces like this. And you know I never throw away pretty DSP or little pieces of card. So I'm going to make this card to use up some of my scraps. I haven't got one made already. I have literally only just taken the template out of my little card box. And so I'm going to make it along with you. And all I'm going to use is the DSP and some of these press out flowers that are already pre-cut. So there's not going to be much stamping either. And I've got a plain Night of Navy card base. And in there, I'm going to add just a piece of white for writing on. And I might do some stamping on there. I might stamp some flowers or I might stick some flowers, but at the moment I'm just going to attach it to my card. I don't know how everybody else is doing with working out the days of the week during this COVID stay-at-home idea, but all the days seem the same to me. And my husband happened to have today off. So normally he's at work Monday through Friday, and because he's off today, you know, it totally slipped my mind that it was Wednesday. So I do apologise if you've been waiting for my video. Okay, so now I'm going to use this template piece. I know that I'm going to need another piece of white on the front, and then this template goes on your card like this, and it can go at the top, can go at the bottom. You can, because it's a square, you can turn it round. You don't have to have it any one way. You just work out which sizes of the DSP you're going to stick on and then decide which way around you're going to use it. So I've got my base ready. I'm going to attach this actually right now. While we're gluing, we might as well attach that as well. It's actually quite a nice sunny day at the moment here in Cochrane, and I was sat outside for a little while on a chair in the sunshine just on my front step, and then I listened to the weather and it said we're going to have 20 centimetres of snow in the next couple of days, so I quickly turned that off. I don't want to hear about any more snow. I thought spring was coming. Okay, so I'm going to start and stick my DSP pieces on just the same way as this template. And what I usually do is I cut my little pieces and then I'll put them just on my template piece to see if I like them. And then, or if I think, oh, you know, I've got too much pattern, I want to go with a stripy piece. So then I know just to cut a little bit of a striped piece or a dotty piece. But that's how my template is going to look. And that's how my main front is going to look. But I don't know that it will be that way around. So I'm just going to start and attach these. If you check out my blog, thecraftsbythebow.blogspot.com, you'll find all the sizes of the paper that I've used and the card and everything. So don't worry about writing it down right now. And we're just going to attach this and just leave a nice little border all the way around. It's just an even border. And then I'm going to attach the small piece. I find it easier to do all of one side because then I've got the corners lined up, ready for my next pieces. Put that there. And you see there's just the same gap between all the pieces. Okay, now let's take this piece. Having looked through the scrap paper and card that I've got, I really ought to do a few more scrap cards this week. I do have a lot of thank you cards that I'm making. My husband works at the hospital and I want to try and make cards for all of the peace officers that are there and the people that he works with as well. So I'm going to try and use up some scraps, I think. I've seen a nice scrap one that Kylie Bertucci has posted, which her husband Bruno has done, with long strips of scraps. So I'll maybe have a look at that and work that out and maybe do that for our Sunday video. Okay, so here are all my pieces, all attached. And I'm going to go back to my card. And see, you can just change this round whichever way you think you like best. Now I'm going to do some stamping at the bottom, and before I attach this I think I might do my stamping, and perhaps I should have done it before I actually put that card on there. I might live to regret gluing that on, especially if it goes a bit wonky. Okay, so because I'm making thank you cards, I've just taken the thank you from the Everything's Rosy set. I really do like this little font. It's a very pretty one. I haven't used this before, so I'm just going to test it, check that it works. Yep. Okay. See if I can get it to stamp just as nicely as that. So I straighten my card up, and I'm just going to put it at the sort of the bottom right here. Oh, I might have to stand up so I can tell if it's straight. Otherwise, all you'll see is my head. There. Oh, that's nice. That stamp's nice and crisp. Okay. I'm not going to use any more ink at the moment, so let's put that away. Just clean my stamp. Okay. So here's my front piece. What I need to get next is one of the little cutouts from the flowers. And let me see. I don't know quite how big the cutouts are, so that's why I'm just laying this on top here and then checking the cutouts. And if you don't have something like this, you know, you could punch out, one of the daisies would look really pretty, like that. Let's see what else there is. Is that the same as that one? Yeah. So you don't have to have things that are already cut, or you could stamp and use a die cut or fussy cut a shape out as well. I'm just seeing which of these flowers looks better for a corner piece. I think they're the same. I think I might go with that bigger one, just because it takes up some of that white space and also goes onto two of the pieces of DSP. And then usually I'll glue this straight down, but actually it's not going in the mail. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll put it up on dimensionals, and that way it'll give it just a little bit more depth. Put these on here. I hope everybody is staying safe at the moment as well. I went out today for the first time in 3 weeks. I had to go and pick up a prescription. And I've seen sort of messages on Facebook about how it is in the stores at the moment, but oh my goodness, until you've actually been there, you don't realise. I was trying to do a lot of my shopping while I was waiting for the prescription. I didn't really need much, to be honest, but I thought, oh well, I'll do that while I'm waiting for my prescription to be ready. And I was following this one gentleman round, and I presume all the shops are the same at the moment, where you have to go and follow the arrows, and you know that you can't stand next to somebody, and there are sort of little marks on the floor where you can be and where you can stand. But this one gentleman, I'm sure he was out just for an afternoon treat or something. He was looking round, picking up a can, putting a can back. Did he want this? Did he want that? And it was just a big long traffic jam behind him. And I didn't feel like I could walk past him. But honestly, I didn't want to stand behind him for quite as long either. So I ended up just going round a couple of the aisles, and then that was it. I came home. I couldn't cope with standing there much longer. So anyway, let's find. I've got my envelope ready. I'm going to find one of my other pieces of DSP. That won't be long enough. What about this one? Yeah, that one will. I'm going to find one of my other pieces, and we'll make it so that the envelope matches. I think I won't be going out shopping for another month until I need to go get my prescription again. We can only have 1 month at a time on prescriptions at the moment. So I know I have to go out in a month's time, but I'm already not looking forward to it. I'm very lucky. My husband has been doing our shopping on his way home from work. And so that's meant I haven't had to go out at all. And I'm glad the weather's just turned a little bit and that I could sit outside today. I have been going out for a little walk, but strange when you don't see anybody and you're sat at home and there's not much going on. It's a little bit unnerving, really. I think we're just not used to it. We're not used to being in on our own and sort of staying at home. So there we are. That's my little scrappy use up of DSP using this really good template, and just one of the little cutouts from the Everything is Rosy set. So I hope you like that, and again my apologies that I was so late in putting this on. And then on Sunday I'll try and look up the Bruno Bertucci card that he made with the strips, and we'll try and use some more of these pieces up, because I do have quite a lot of little odds and ends already. So thank you for watching, everybody. Stay safe, and don't go shopping where I went shopping today with the gentleman who was just looking up and down the aisle to see everything that Safeway sold. So I'll see you all again really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.